Is your boyfriend in a wheelchair too?
Can you have sex? You know, can you feel down there?
Do you need a licence for that thing?
I always get, has it got a horn?
Do you play wheelchair basketball?
I feel like that's like everyone's standard. If they see someone in a wheelchair, like, oh, you must do sport.
Are you going for the Paralympics?
Yeah. I just play wheelchair rugby on the weekend and it's no big deal. But people are like, oh, so are you going to Tokyo?
My brother, he plays for England wheelchair football, and it's really actually patronising to him because people come up to me and say, oh, Kel, have you thought about joining the team?
So, what happened to you?
Where do I start with that question?
Oh, what have you done? I haven't done anything.
Yeah.
I was born.
So I've told people I've got attacked by a shark.
I was in a car, I did 7 flips and it exploded and I lost a leg.
Someone that I say to people is that, yeah, I got hit by a wheelchair.
Can I have a go?
I hate it. I hate it so much. It's like, where am I going to go when you have a go?
What, they expect me to stand there for 5 minutes while they wheel around in my chair?
My wheelchair costs the same as, probably actually double more than most people's first car.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I'm not letting you near it.
You're so brave.
Yeah, when you get like drunk people in the club, he's so inspirational, he's so brave.
And it's always high five or you're so brave. Oh, it's good to see people like you out.
Yeah. Complete strangers come up to me, tap me on the head without my voice and say, oh, you're so brave.
Just because you're a convenient height, start leaving the hands on you or on your wheelchair.
The pat on the head.
Do you work?
Yeah, I have that all the time.
I noticed I always get asked, do you work, rather than what do you do?
Like when I went to apply for a mortgage at the bank, the woman sort of said to my husband, oh, what do you do for a job? And Jazz said whatever, and she wrote it down. And then she said, and you'll be entitled to some kind of benefit, I presume.
They always ask like, so what benefits do you want? Do you get a free car? How much is it? How much do you get paid?
And I said, well, actually, no, I own my own business.
You can walk. It's a miracle.
Oh my God, I'm not paralysed.
Oh, not all people in chairs are unable to walk. Let's just make that clear.
People think that you can't feel anything, or also stand up because we can both stand.
I might have an itchy leg, so I'll get out of my chair, itch my leg, and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and they would think I can walk. I've stood up. I haven't run a marathon, you know, I'm not Usain Bolt.
Sorry, we can't do wheelchairs.
Have you had that one they say, oh, we'll carry it up? And I'm like,
yeah.
I don't think you quite understand the weight of an electric wheelchair.
And also when you go to gigs, you're in like the wheelchair chicken cage. They put all the wheelchair users together, like, you all know each other.
Wheelchair corner.
When you go into a pub and you know already they'll use the disabled toilet as a storeroom. And they go, well, we don't get many of you people in here, so we just use it as a cupboard.
I'd go up to pretty much all of them and they'd just be like, sorry love, don't do wheelchairs. I'm like, well, that's what your ramp's for. So can I just get in? And they're like, no, sorry love. And they would rather drive off than take my perfectly good money.
Can you have sex?
Yeah, that's probably the most asked question.
No, people in wheelchairs are not allowed to do
They're
that.
not allowed.
If it did not know the law.
They kind of assume that your relationship's really juvenile and really like, oh, bless you, you've got a boyfriend.
I can't feel my legs, but that's fine. But then people like they ask you questions like, can you feel everything around there? And I'm like, why do you need to know?
He's looking after you. Oh, he's so good.
Yeah.
And he's having sex with you. Oh.
Do you only date people in wheelchairs?
Because when I say that I've got a boyfriend, I'm like, oh, is he in a chair too?
I'll just go, what's wrong with him?
I've had this so many times, and particularly on my wedding day, when I was marrying my husband, who is able-bodied.
When it's just a profile, you're like, do I put up a picture of me in a wheelchair or do I not? Because I know that some people are going to just instantly say no because of that.
My brother, who's in a wheelchair, was at the wedding, obviously, because he's my brother, and somebody came up to me and my brother and said, congratulations!
But I had a friend who went on a date who hadn't put it on her profile and the guy just left because he said she'd lied to him.
Oh, that's awful. I'm so sorry.
No, our lives are not awful and you don't need to apologise because you didn't do this.
The fact that I'm disabled, that's the best part of me, actually. It doesn't define me, but it's just, you know, made me into a stronger person, I think.
I think they assume that we hate our lives, we hate our wheelchairs, It's so difficult, and I'm like, no, my wheelchair has completely changed my life.
Personally, I find it's what sets me out, like just in life. It's my unique selling point.
Yeah, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, what do you want me to reply to that? I'm not pitying myself, I'm having a life.